I was looking at Facebook this morning and I see Reggie and Ronnie Kray, and I see Henry Cooper standing in the middle of them. Henry Cooper, good British title holder, wasn't he? I mean, he won the belt, the Lonsdale belt 3 times. He knocked down Kray, didn't he? I think really that Kray was Sparko, you know, and they'd cut his glove, didn't they? That was all part of it. And I think at that time, Henry Cooper would have won the world title. But anyway, I'm just talking about firms. Heavy firms around them times. What is it? Kray's, was they that heavy? Was, you know, is it a load of things that they was that heavy? They wasn't really money getters, was they? It was more into celebrities. They were celebrity people who like to put themselves on offer all the time. Money, was they money getters? Not really. They wasn't earning big bucks, you know what I mean? But they had a company around them, big company around them, I suppose. But it was as heavy as the Richardsons. I mean, the Richardsons were heavy. I mean, you had Charlie and you had Eddie, didn't you? You had all the other people with them. They were good money getters, mate, and they got a pound out, and they were very, very, very dangerous. I mean, they didn't give them monkeys, and you still get Eddie alive today. I mean, he's about the only one in them firms in them times which alive. Who was around in North London at that time as well? Dixons, Alan Dixon. He was heavy. I was away with Alan Dixon, and George Dixon. I mean, that was a little firm. They had a little firm around them. They was quite heavy, mate. Who else did you have around them? The Barry brothers, John Parker Barry. They had a few other brothers, didn't they? They were heavy. They were heavy people as well. All these people I'm talking about at the minute, I've been away with them, yeah. I know them personally. But, you know, who else was around at them times? Billy Blundell, the Blundels, Eddie and Billy Blundell. Big firm, mate. Heavy firm. I remember going to the to Bill's house and seeing Bill's away with Bill. I like Billy Blundell. Heavy man, mate. What he said he'd done. Powerful man. Who else was around? There was, in them times, you had you had Evanses, you had the Nashes, you had the Rileys, you had the Brindles. You don't hear about them. That lot you don't never hear around. But they were all heavy people, mate, from around North London and around them areas, and Bermondsey's and all that Evanses. They was all heavy people, mate. Heavy people. You know, who else was there? I know. Did I mention the Blundels? They was heavy. The Blundels. I did mention them, but I think the governors of them all, yeah. Later on, from the 70s up to the 2000s, you know, 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, maybe not so much the 70s, more the 80s, was the Adamses. Heavy, mate. I mean, really heavy. Don't forget all these people I'm talking about that I've met, yeah. Heavy people, mate. They were, without a shadow of doubt, the best money getters ever, as a firm, as a company, as a gang. They were the governors, mate. Without businessmen, they were the governors, and I believe they still are. Who else have you got around? Yeah, anybody out there know? I'm not on about London. I mean, who else? You had the Heiress from Bermondsey, the Heiress. You know, Dennis, Doug, Duke. I mean, them was away with that lot, Albany and Maidstone and all that, and I know them from Jamaica Road with Peter Kelly and all around there, you know. And I think it was a Sugarloaf, the name of their pub. But, you know, I mean, we used to go in there, me and Peter Kelly, and I know them personally well, yeah. Nice people, dangerous people, good workers, armed robbers. They were the business, mate, the Heiress. They were really dangerous, mate, the Heiress, you know what I mean. Who else? Really, that's about it, really, of the firms. I think the Adamses were the number one. They had, I mean, not only was they a big firm, but they had more money than ever. They had absolute fortunes, like 200-300 mil, I suppose they had, didn't they? They were proper heavy, mate. Who's took over now, you know? I'm on about London. I'm not on about Birmingham, Leeds, Leicester, Liverpool, around them areas. They got their own little firm. I'm on about London firms, yeah? Now, what is it, the Albanians? The Albanians are heavy, dangerous people, mate. I mean, they're good money getters. You know, they don't muck about. I mean, they're a proper little firm, Albanians. And so, really, it only took off, didn't it, since that film, Taken. You remember Taken? You know, I mean, that was the film that made the Albanians, isn't it, really? after seeing that, everybody went, "Oh, the Albanians, they're really heavy people," and then they seemed to come into London then and take over. So Sakers didn't do us no favour in the film. Bang, 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 nice one.